If I win, you bring me the wand.
So we've got everything from Cameron Boyce actually bleaching his hair for Descendants to the Queen of Hearts' off with their head slogan that's clearly a nod for adults. Plus, there's the serious stuff like Ella's abuse from her stepmother that's definitely meant for older viewers. Here's a rundown of all the adult themes and hidden details we've noticed in the Descendants movies and Descendants Rise of Red. Let's dive into how Descendants touches on Ella's abuse from her stepmother, a theme that's definitely aimed at an older audience. Just like in the classic Cinderella story, Ella faces harsh treatment from her wicked stepmother. When Chloe and Red visit Ella at her home, we get a closer look at the cruel behavior she endures. For instance, after Chloe accidentally breaks one of Lady Tremaine's vases, the stepmother punishes Ella by making her sleep in the barn. Ella reveals that since her father's death, her only family is her stepmother and stepsisters who treat her terribly, calling her dirt. So why is this particular aspect meant for an adult audience? Well, the portrayal of Ella's abuse isn't just a nod to the original Cinderella tale, it's depicted with a lot more emotional depth and intensity in Descendants. The film shows the psychological impact of her mistreatment, highlighting the real, lasting effects of such abuse. By showcasing how Ella's stepmother's cruelty extends beyond mere punishment to deeper, more emotional abuse, the movie makes it clear that the effects of this mistreatment are serious and far-reaching. This is something that resonates more with adult viewers who are likely to understand and appreciate the gravity of these themes. Plus, the way Ella's suffering is portrayed gives us a more mature perspective on the classic fairy tale, making it relatable to a grown-up audience who can grasp the complexities of such abusive relationships. Another scene that's geared more towards an adult audience is Uliana practicing magic. Just as Mel relies on a spellbook throughout the trilogy, Uliana also delves into magic in the new Descendants film. In one performance, she sings about casting spells and even calls upon spirits to assist her in her quest for revenge against Bridget. Renee, who plays Uliana, explains that her character's villainous behavior is a result of being taught to be evil by Ursula and her parents. She's been raised to embrace darkness, and with her own identity still developing, she's driven by a desire to surpass Ursula's power. She's been taught to be evil by Ursula and her parents, Renee said. She's been told that she has to be this way. All of this builds up her motive to be even more evil and frustrated with the world. Unlike Ursula, who's confident in her identity, Uliana is still searching for who she truly is. While we're all catching the adult themes in the movie, here's a fun fact about one of our favorite characters, Cameron Boyce. Unlike Dove Cameron and Sofia Carson, who spent ages putting on their vibrant wigs, Cameron actually bleached his natural dark brown hair to platinum blonde for his role as Carlos, the mischievous son of Cruella de Vil. Bleaching his hair was no easy task. It took a whopping 6 hours in the salon, and maintaining platinum blonde is a real hassle. It's notorious for being tough to keep up, plus intense bleaching can really damage your hair and scalp. Talk about dedication. For the sequel though, it seems Cameron went for a wig instead. He kept his natural dark brown hair under a wig cap, and for ways to be wicked, they used the same fluffy wig from Descendants 2, but styled it to match the look from the first movie. Now back to those adult scenes. There's a lot of bullying happening in Descendants. At Merlin Academy, Chloe and Red meet younger versions of Disney villains like Hades and Maleficent. But the real troublemaker is Uliana, Ursula's baby sister. She's relentless in her bullying, constantly making life miserable for those around her. After a mishap with flamingo feathers makes her the laughingstock of the school, Uliana is out for revenge. She comes up with a plan to prank Bridget, the teenage Queen of Hearts, at the school dance. As Dara Renee explained to people, Uliana's situation is pretty intense. She's constantly compared to her powerful sister Ursula, and that comparison drives her to prove herself. Feeling overshadowed and misunderstood, Uliana takes out her frustration by tormenting everyone around her, driven by a need to surpass her sister's reputation. And it doesn't stop there. Descendants has some pretty dark moments with implied murder. The Queen of Hearts, known for her infamous off with their heads catchphrase, definitely lives up to her reputation. After Cinderella refuses to bow down to her, the Queen orders her execution for treason. This kicks off a wild sequence where Red uses a magic pocket watch to travel back in time, accidentally sending herself and Chloe way into the past. They use a magic looking glass to peek into the present and find that it's strongly implied Cinderella has been killed. Meanwhile, the Queen of Hearts taunts Prince Charming by flaunting Cinderella's glass slipper. It's a pretty intense moment that hints at some serious violence happening off screen. The scene is geared toward an adult audience because it delves into complex themes of identity, power, and legacy. Juliana's struggle to define herself in the shadow of Ursula's evil teachings speaks to deeper psychological and emotional effects that resonate more with adults. The portrayal of Juliana's magic as a tool for revenge and her internal conflict about surpassing her powerful and feared mother adds layers of sophistication to her character. Adults are more likely to resonate to the pressures and expectations placed on Juliana, as well as the moral ambiguity of her actions. Let's not forget one of the most poignant and mature scenes in the movie, which touches on the theme of death. Early in the film, Uma China Anne McClain reflects on Carlos, a character from the original trilogy, in an emotional tribute to both the character and the late actor Cameron Boyce, who passed away in 2019. During a heartfelt conversation with fairy godmother Melanie Paxson, Uma expresses her wish to unite Auradon in Carlos's honor, highlighting the impact of his legacy. Dara Renee shared with People how important it was for the cast and crew to honor Boyce, acknowledging his crucial role in the series. "We couldn't have done this without him. Descendants wouldn't be what it is without him," she said. "We had to pay tribute to the most important part of Descendants." Control also noted that despite various script revisions over the years, honoring Boyce remained a constant. "We wanted to honor him as a character, how beloved he was, and his legacy. It felt like he was there with us, and his energy made the experience special," she explained. Additionally, the film features a scene where teenage Cinderella, Morgan Dudley, opens up to Chloe and Red about her difficult childhood after losing both her parents. This moment of vulnerability about dealing with loss further underscores the film's mature themes and its focus on more serious real-life issues. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. What are your thoughts on how the Descendants movies tackle more mature themes? Are there any other moments you think were meant for an adult audience that we missed? Let us know in the comments.